Hey traders, in this video I want to do a quick sort of weekly roundup, quickly recap of what actually happened, obviously closing on Friday on all the US indices, including gold as well too. So let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright traders, so what we're going to look at today is, firstly we can see gold is absolutely taking off. Some of you guys know that I'm actually in a position with gold right now, and yeah, you can see there was this whole formation through here that was on gold. You can see how gold has really started to take off through the high side and like really go to the high side. Now if I blow that up to bring it up 10 and bring up say a weekly chart, we can see what's happening through here. Gold looks like it's trying to change the overall tune of the trend. And so we're really getting some bullet out of the gate buying movement in gold, really severe gold movement. So that's definitely a very bullish sign for gold, and I'm actually in gold myself. I've been in gold. Where did I get in gold? I think I got in gold around about here somewhere. So yeah, so very happy with that. So anyway, just let that go and let it do its thing. So now we're going to bring on the US indices, and guys, you've been hearing me say for the last week, probably 2 weeks, that this market's very weak right now, and it looks like it's topping out. It looks like it's getting weak where it is right now. So let me start with this screen up the top here. This is actually the Dow, obviously the S&P 500, and let me just blow this up here. I want to show you what I've been seeing on here. Let me just open all these right up. And this is the SPY, so we don't have to really worry about that too much. Let's just bring that over there, and we'll bring that over there, because that's the SPY is basically this is the one that I actually trade when I'm trading my my options on the SPY. So that's what I trade. So let me bring up now the charts, and so you can see here, like I actually put out a video yesterday saying, we had this big long reversal candle and it didn't go much, and so so I'm expecting more downward movement because it's very, very weak and it's fallen through. Now this whole period through here on the S&P 500, Dow Jones, so on and so forth, I've been saying that all my research is showing that this market's getting ready to turn again, and I've been saying that the whole week. You can go back and check all my last videos. I've been saying this whole period through here, this market looks like it's getting ready to turn, and everything about all my research was showing that this is getting ready to turn. You can see, and that's what's happening. It's struggling, right? It's really, really, really struggling, especially with the whole 1.8% on the downside here on the S&P, and you can see that's what's happened through there. Especially the Nasdaq. Look at the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq here. The Nasdaq's almost at its lows that it was back in June or January this year. So that looks like Nasdaq's going to take out the lows there. The Dow Jones as well too. I was saying on the Dow Jones, again, this whole last week and a half I've been saying looks like this market may get a bit more upside, but looks like we're going to start getting into a turning point. It's exactly what happened. And obviously on the Russell, you can see on the Russell that Russell was almost 3% on the downside. So Russell is actually getting hit big time. So that's what I do see, guys, on the overall recap on the actual markets itself. A lot of you guys know that I trade the WBS strategy, or what we call the non-directional trading strategy, where I don't care where it goes, just go somewhere. But I also do a lot of directional trades as well too. So I'm actually in a lot of non-directional trading strategy where I don't care where it goes. But like for example the SPY, I'm in a few directional trades there as well too, and so on and so forth. So in any event, guys, you can see this is what's happening, and I've been talking about this for the last week, guys. That this look like this all these indices look like they're starting to get toppy here, based on the price action and based on all my other research that is showing that. Makes sense? So it's really, really, really important, guys, that you keep on top of this market, you keep on top of what's actually happening in the market itself as well too. You know what I mean? Because the charts are actually showing you what's actually going on. The charts are actually showing you what's actually happening, and if you learn how to read the market properly, it really does start to show you a lot of key. And guys, it really does come down to something that I've talked about for quite some time, and it's based on the peaks and troughs. Look at this Russell here. Higher trough, higher trough, higher trough, higher trough, higher peak, higher peak. Look at this. Lower trough, lower peak, we actually formed a bear flag formation through there. That was the breakout, and look at the rundown. It's not that difficult, guys. At resistance, breaking down, it's actually not that difficult. It is quite simple when you keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, traders, that's it for me. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I'm out of here. This week has been an amazing week for me for trading, guys. Yeah, and it's just been truly incredible. I mean a lot of different sort of non-directional WBS trading strategies for you guys that are private traders. But you know, and I'm also in a few directional trades as well too. So, and yeah, we'll just see where that goes. And let me actually just do this right now. I want to just show you one directional trade that I'm in right now, guys, and I actually got into this just recently, and I wanted to show you why I'm looking at this. Okay, now I don't normally show my directional trades stuff like that. I got a lot more going on like this, but I just wanted to show you some simple things you can do, guys, when looking at the markets and looking at the trade. So in Nike, I actually got into a position Nike on this day here. I was watching Nike and I got on this day here, which was yesterday, and we can see this has got almost a 5% to the downside. Now, why did I get into this? Well, it's really simple. Now, there's obviously I go through a complete checklist when I'm actually looking at these sort of these trades here as well. But let's just pick up the weekly chart here and let me show you what I see, and I'll show you why I see this is actually a good trade. I'm actually still in it right now, so don't get into this, okay? I bought put options on this. I'm still in this right now. I'm probably going to be holding on to it for another couple of months at least because I see a lot more downside to come. Now, anyway, the first thing I did see, guys, is that this market was starting to top out up here. It was very struggling to make higher highs. We made this low through here. The market came down through here, made this lower low, and it came back up to this level where it was actually at this resistance level through here. And I knew we're likely to get a rejection, and I wanted to see a rejection. If we got a rejection here, then that would actually show me, okay, this is now weak and we're now getting ready to turn. So that's the reason why can I do that? No. So that's the reason why, guys, and let me bring this up through here. I'll show you, this is the support and resistance line here. Okay, and I knew this was the area where the market's likely to find support and resistance, and if the market did hold this area through here and start to reject, that's the key for me to say, okay, cool, the weekly chart is turning, and I wanted to see the daily timing. So I went to the daily chart, and this was my daily chart here. And by looking at the daily chart, guys, and again, I keep mine really simple. You can see there's no indicators, no nothing. Really simple. So what did my daily chart show? The daily chart showed me this. The daily chart showed me, okay, we have a top here, and we have a double top, and not only that, but we actually have a triple top. 3 times it rejected it at that level there. 3 times. Then what do we have? We have this low through here. So we had a low, and now we actually had a higher low or higher trough. And look at this here. Look at this breakdown here. Look at this major lower trough. And so I was looking for a reversal, and as the market ran up to this level through here, as you know, this whole area through here. Now this line is on the weekly chart. The support and resistance, guys, on a weekly chart is not a line. It's generally an area. So I knew this market was running up. It ran up, and I looked at the area. It's like, okay, cool. From the high to low, I can see how that's around about the 50%, almost 62%, and then we got a rejection. That was one of the things I looked at. But I knew we're at the weekly level there, and I knew we're actually starting to break down from the weekly chart. So if I zoom this in, it was actually this down day here, which was yesterday's close. I got into this and I bought some long-term 6 months, I think it was first or second out of the money put options. Now, I would say, you know, if I missed this and I saw this day here, I'm saying the trade's already gone. Volatility's already picked up on this tremendously. In fact, my options, I think, about 80 to 100% already on the profit side. So, but, you know, who knows? That could turn around and turn into a loss. We just don't know, right? But the thing is, I'm just showing you what I'm seeing right now. I do see a lot more downside on Nike. I'm on Nike right now. I got in this day here, and as you can see, guys, I'm basing my decision based off charts, not on indicators. Okay. Now I do use some indicators like volume and stuff like that to help me, but when it comes down to it, guys, price action is king. Price action is key, and so just by looking at this, guys, you can see. By looking at the peaks, looking at the troughs, looking at the strength and moves, there is so much there to really help you out, guys, when actually identifying and helping with these moves. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of amazing trading opportunities out there, guys. If you know what to look for and you read the charts, and that's what my whole mission is there, to really help you guys read the charts properly, so you can pick up some amazing trades, whether it's the WBS, the non-directional trading strategy, where you don't care where it goes, just got to go somewhere, or simply like a nice directional trade as well too. So anyway, traders, I thought I'd just share that with you. I'm in obviously I'm obviously in a lot of few directional trades. The other one I'm in as well too is obviously SPY. I've got a nice SPY put option as well too, long-term put option. I actually got in. I'm in two different trades on the SPY. One, I'm in a non-directional trade where it could go up a lot or down a lot. I just don't care where it goes, and yeah, I'm going to do well. And then the other one, which was actually yesterday, I got in and I loaded up with a lot more put options here. And again, about 6 months worth of time frame, I loaded up a lot more put options because I was saying yesterday, right, that this market's looking top heavy. So I got into some put options here. Market's gone down. Who knows what's going to happen? This could turn around and keep going up here. I don't really care about the short-term movement. I know just around about this time here is the time for me to start loading up on some put options for me to start getting short. Now, I'm not telling you to go and buy some put options, okay? Please don't do that, because the thing is this, is that you don't know. If this stops me out, if this runs up and stops me out and it's a losing trade, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, I have my money management in place and so on and so forth, okay? So I have that. I'm actually in a directional trade with that as well too. As I was saying before, I'm also in gold as well too. I've been in gold for quite some time. I am actually very bullish on gold. I have been ever since this breakout. Now, why am I bullish on gold? Again, guys, let's go back to the simple analysis. What do we have here? Lower peak, lower peak. We have this lower trough. Lower trough. Oh, what's this here? This is a higher trough. Runs up, makes a higher peak. Runs up, makes a higher trough. And then as this is forming through here, that's when I got into the trade. And as you can see, it's been running on ever since. Right? It actually is not that difficult when you're looking at it. You know what I mean? And again, I'm actually still in gold now. Now, I was thinking about getting out of gold this morning, but I'm still happy to hold into it. I know that we may get a bit of a pullback here, but I'm still happy to hold into that. We are running into an area of resistance right now, but again, I'm still happy to hold on for a little bit longer. And I'm also in the VIX as well too. I'm long-term bullish on the VIX. I think as the US market starts to come down, we're likely to start getting some really big spikes in the VIX and start to move up to the high side. So, and the really thing is about the VIX, as you can see on the VIX too, guys, that you can see that this market is starting to run higher. We're making this peak, higher peak, double bottom, then it runs up, makes these peaks, now it's making this trough, it's holding around this area through here. So to me, guys, VIX looks like it's going to run to the high side as well too. So as I said before, guys, these trades that I'm telling you I'm in right now, some may stop out, some may profit. It's not about this 1 or 2 or 3 trades for me. You know what I mean? It's about what if I took 50 directional trades in a 6-month period, what was my overall outcome? You know what I mean? What's my win-loss ratio? So it's not about this 1 or 2 trades, you know what I mean? Now, I have a really good win-loss ratio, and I do really well from that. But I'm just sharing with you guys of this market update, and I'm also sharing with you guys that that trading doesn't have to be that difficult. We listen to these bullshit companies out there that teach us that we have to do this and we have to do that and we have to. It's such a difficult process for most traders out there when trading, and it really, really, really is. And it doesn't have to be that difficult. The thing that you have to do, guys, is that you have to just wait for the right setup. Again, like Nike, Nike, you can see like a Nike for me, guys, was just a waiting process, and I've been watching this for the last month forming, and it was this day here was confirmation. Okay, we're now getting ready to turn. And yeah, so now down it goes, and guys, I see a lot more, especially on the weekly chart. I actually see a lot more downside to come. So it's not going to happen straight away. I don't expect it to happen straight away. We just go straight down through there. No, I don't. But what I do expect is that, you know, we're on the daily chart. We may get a bit of a sideways movement through here and then continue down. I don't know. It might keep flushing right down through there. If that does, cool. If it goes sideways for a week and then continues back down, I'm not really fussed about that. But I do know we're starting to turn in Nike, and I can see that we're really starting to change the tune of this trend. And for some reason, Nike is getting hammered right now. 2 big down bars. In fact, from the high down to the low, we're looking at about a 10% move in the last week on Nike. Something internally is not right with Nike because we're getting some big big selling bars through there, and that's not right. So anyway, traders, I hope you've enjoyed this little market update. I hope you can see that some things about the directional trades as well too. I am a trader through and through, guys, and I just want to share these videos is just showing you what I actually do, not what you should do, but what I actually do. Have a good weekend, guys. Hey, it's John Howell here, and thanks so much for watching my video. You see, I'm putting out daily videos and education on helping you learning the art of successful trading. So click on the subscribe button to keep up to date with every video I do. Also, check out my story video, $250,000 in debt, cancer, overweight, family passing away, lived on the streets, and more, and how I overcome it and now thriving through my life. This is here to motivate you, so click on that image to watch my video. And lastly, if you're struggling with your trading, then you need to see my latest webinar where I'm sharing with you an amazing strategy that allows you to generate an income without getting the direction right. So click on that image on this page to register for my next free webinar. This is John Howell here. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.